Hi Capricorn, welcome to Carol's Universe, tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your, on your 21 card Gypsy Tarot love spread for the month of November 2016. I'm going to see what's coming in for you in the month of November 2016 concerning love. So you know the Gypsy Tarot spread comprises of 21 cards. 3 to show your mental, emotional state concerning your love lives in the month of November 2016. 3 to show, I'm just shuffling off screen by the way if you can hear it. 3 to show your personal situation. 3 to show your hopes and desires concerning love. 3 to show your expectations concerning your love lives in the month of November 2016. 3 to show what potentially could be coming in for you concerning love in the month of November 2016. And 3 to show the overall outcome for your love lives in the month of November 2016. Show me. Okay, so Universe Spirit, just show me all of this information please for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Just show me their love lives, just completely their love lives in the month of November 2016. Show me. Okay, so we shuffled the cards. We're going to separate them into 3. And let's see what comes up for you. I'm going to do, again, as you know, from right to left. Just try and get this. There we go. Let's get the second row. There we go. Okay, so let's have a quick look for you. This should take around 15 to 20 minutes, hopefully. So, in your mental and emotional state concerning your love lives, well, Ten of Pentacles is a good start because it represents strong foundations, permanence. Let's see if the other cards follow. Well, that's really good as well, the Star, Capricorn, and also... well, that's good. Very, very good start indeed. I feel that mentally and emotionally, you guys are probably feeling quite settled in terms of love. If you're not feeling settled, then I feel that you feel at least, you know, if there have been relationships that have finished, then there is the acceptance of that. Because when you get 10s, they often mean completion. But according to its suit, it depends in which way. That will determine the type of way that something completed itself. So, you know, the Ten of Pentacles can be the resolution of a relationship that was resolved in a very good way, in a very mature way, in a very fair way, and with Justice card as well. Especially if there's been an ending to a relationship for some of you guys. It can show that things worked out in the fairest and the best way, but really the Justice card is about receiving our rewards. The Star card is a card that represents optimism. So it could be that there is a relationship, mentally and emotionally. Your relationships seem really positive because of Justice. And Justice is the conclusions that we come to. It's where things are balanced, they're harmonious. I'm seeing harmonious mentally and emotionally. You might be feeling quite harmonious, quite together, quite positive concerning your relationships. Things seem to be working out here mentally and emotionally for some of you Capricorns in the month of October 2016. Let's have a look at what the present situation says. The 8 of Pentacles. We know that to be the card of hard work and effort and focus. The Temperance card. And that's lovely, because I feel that, you know, these are some very, very good energies that are showing up for Capricorn so far. In terms of relationships. I don't know what your general reading says, but, you know, if your general reading is different from your love reading, remember this is a love reading and not a general reading. If love was involved in the general reading for you, Capricorn, then I feel that, you know, this will be different, you know. So don't say, you know, some people will say, you know, but how come the general looks different from the, what do you call it? Well, there are thousands of people that watch my videos, so some people the general will relate, some people the love reading will relate. Just depends. I feel that you've been working hard, trying to make an effort to sustain, with the Temperance card, a relationship, because there is a shared, affinity. There's a symbiology, there's a, you know, togetherness. When you get the Queen of Cups in terms of love, it's often that we share psychic connections with others, because that's what she does. I'm a Queen of Cups usually in a tarot reading, because I'm a tarot reader, and Queen of Cups is often denoted to be a tarot reader because she is very good at getting in tune with her intuition, and she's an empath, and she's very sympathetic. She's really good at getting in tune with other people's emotions. So with the Queen of Cups, often, you know, even if your relationships haven't been working through in November, it should be that for some of you guys that, you know, through effort and working things through, you should find that there is some form of resolve emotionally with that Queen of Cups, because the Queen of Cups means also to find solutions through emotional, through getting in touch with our emotions and through being able to intuit the best direction for a relationship to go. So I feel that there is a shared, something that is shared psychically, spiritually, emotionally with another here. And we see this with the Temperance card as well, where it is the, you know, the back and forth, the perfect match, trying to create the perfect match, or trying to create the perfect equation, or the perfect balance within a relationship. And this comes through hard work with the Eight of Pentacles, and I feel that you're on your way there, which is why that you're in your mental and emotional state. Things seem to be, you know, mentally you're feeling quite positive, you're feeling quite enlightened with the Ten of Pentacles. I feel that this is it usually speaks about relationships that are quite permanent, that have been long-standing. Talks about good communication in relationships as well, people being on the same page, sorting through issues, that type of thing. And I feel it's quite positive, because with the Justice card, it seems that balance has been restored, I feel, mentally and emotionally. And even if this is anything to do with a breakup of a relationship, I feel that it's ending in a very positive way. Let's have a look at what your hopes and desires are. The Hanged Man. Ooh, the Four of Cups. And the Page of Wands. Well, it's an interesting one, because I feel, we'll read this two ways. I feel that if you are Capricorn in a relationship in the month of November 2016, you've worked hard, the Eight of Pentacles, to, you know, put this relationship together that is very psychically and emotionally in tune, which is why in your emotional and mental state you're feeling kind of an overabundance, I suppose, of stability and security within that relationship, because it's moving in a very positive direction with the Star card. And therefore, you know, you've been able to kind of reach a happy balance with the Justice card. Things have kind of realigned within that relationship. Could be that your hopes are that maybe a time of suspension within that relationship, where maybe things were put on hold whilst you worked out exactly what you would be doing, has come to an end, because the Four of Cups can mean I don't want anything else rather than what I have here. And the Three of Cups is often the card that shows up when there is joy, and somebody doesn't need anything else adding to that, because they're kind of happy with what they have right now. So I feel that, you know, or also with the Hanged Man, it can mean seeing things in a different way, looking at things in a different way with the Hanged Man. Sometimes in love, this is the card that puts love on hold, or somebody is reluctant to make a decision, or somebody has their hands tied, that type of thing. But I feel that with the Four of Cups, you know, they're both in tune with each other, because Hanged Man is number 12. this is number 4. If we divided the Hanged Man by 3, it would make, you know, a number 4 here. But also this is, I feel, you know, if we were to look at the Four of Cups, we know what the general meaning of the Four of Cups is. It's disappointment, discontentment. But it's often discontentment with new things being offered to us because we're content to keep things the way that they are. So it might be that, you know, your hopes are to keep things the way that they are. So that with the Page of Wands, maybe you can kind of move forward. The Page of Wands often in terms of relationships is to do with also again having that, you know, shared psychic connection, you know, loving doing things together, you know, going on holiday together, seeking new adventures together, being adventurous, being excited. It's the card of enthusiasm. I feel that some of you guys might be hoping that by sticking with what you know, maybe with this Four of Cups, especially if the relationship is going good, and with the Hanged Man kind of, it could be that doing things in a different way as well, doing some unusual stuff together, for example, because the Hanged Man is about being unusual. He's upside down and he's quite comfortable being upside down. And I feel that, you know, even though the relationship, you've had to kind of maybe sort through a few things within that relationship. It could mean with the Hanged Man, I suppose, as a hope that, you know, through kind of looking at things, and the Queen of Cups is very good at that as well. She's very good at looking at things through other people's eyes, or looking at things through another person's position and understanding it. So I feel that the hope will be that maybe by looking at the relationship in another way with the Hanged Man, it'll bring you to the point where you don't need anything else with this Four of Cups, and you can move forward in the hope and in the excitement and in the, you know, the enthusiasm with that new knowledge. I get a sense that for some of you guys, it's about new knowledge that has come to you within a relationship here, in which you're going to try and push forward now, because you've been working on keeping this relationship probably together, and that's through shared understanding of each other, and through that shared understanding, which we can see with the Hanged Man, the ability to see things in a different way. It kind of, the hope is that you would acknowledge that you don't need anything else. You can stay with what you have right now and kind of move forward in that way. If you are in this way inclined in the month of November, Capricorn, I feel that your expectations will be the Lovers. Oh, Death. And the Ace of Swords. Now that's interesting, the expectation is, because the expectation is telling me, you know, you got the Lovers and Death, it's a relationship and the ending through mental clarity. So maybe for some of you guys, if you are in a good relationship or you've worked really hard in a relationship, that maybe this relationship here, the Lovers, will, death doesn't always mean an ending, but it can mean that there's a transitional period, and this is through new mental clarity, which we can contribute to that Hanged Man, because the Ace of Swords represents to see things clearly. Okay, it's the start of mental growth, basically. So it could be that your relationship passes through a huge transformation with the Death card, and that comes through mental clarity with the Ace of Swords. Hidden factors are showing the world. Oh, the Tower. That's really, really interesting. And the Emperor. Let me just think about this collaboration, because we've got one card here that suggests somebody who's stuck in their ways. So I get the sense here that for some of you Capricorns, it could be that if this is a one-sided thing, excuse me, if this is one-sided, and you're the ones that are kind of thinking, you know, we've got this shared psychic connection here, we understand each other, which is what the Queen of Cups really is. It's a shared understanding of each other. It's shared knowledge within a relationship. It's the openness about, she's not always open because she's got her cup covered here, so she's got her emotions covered, but, you know, in the general meaning of the Queen of Cups, it's where there's a shared understanding within a relationship. You're working on this relationship here, because we've got Eight of Pentacles and Temperance, working to bring this thing together through shared knowledge, shared mental and emotional understanding, in which your hopes are with the Hanged Man, that, you know, through looking at things through a different set of eyes, you'll understand that this is the right thing for you. You don't need anything else, and you can move forward in a really sort of positive and enthusiastic way with that Page of Wands. The expectations are that the lovers, your relationship, will enter a time of huge transformation through this mental clarity that comes with that Hanged Man and the Queen of Cups energy. And maybe the hidden factors are that, you know, this relationship, the world, because the world is what you're expecting here. So if you're expecting the world, even though we don't see the world here, and your expectations are that the relationship will go through a massive transformation through huge mental clarity, it could be that maybe this is one-sided, because what you've built up here in your hidden factors could come crashing down with the Tower, because someone, and often the Emperor means to be one-sided. It means somebody has a set of beliefs here that is unbreakable, that really they've got a set way of doing things and thinking about things. So it could be that in the hidden factors, not what you're not seeing is that what you've built up here with the world, the expectations that you've built up here with the world, potentially with that Tower card could come crashing down. Maybe because somebody is actually not willing to have a shared understanding. The Emperor can be a pretty selfish individual if he wants to be, and he can be emotionally detached. So whilst you're expecting, or whilst you in your present situation, you might be thinking there's a shared connection between you and another person, because we've got Temperance and that Queen of Cups card there, and the fact that you're working to try and make this relationship work with the Temperance card, because you might feel that there is a very, you know, through shared understanding and shared connections and a shared kind of psychic understanding of one another. One in which, with the Hanged Man, you're looking at things through fresh eyes, from another perspective. And this allows you to see that you don't actually need anything else. You just need to concentrate on the joy within the relationship. Again, Three of Cups is about shared connections, shared emotional connections. Because on the original card, it's 3 cups. It's 3 people dancing together. There's a real connection there. And this person is focusing on this connection with the 3 of Cups here, because they want to move forward in a really positive, carefree, happy, enthusiastic manner. And what you're expecting is maybe this relationship will pass through a huge change with the Death card, through this mental clarity that you have found within the Hanged Man and that Queen of Cups. But what you don't know is, though you feel in your in your present situation, that shared connection with the Queen of Cups, the Emperor is a detached figure. He doesn't feel emotional connections. He knows what he knows, he sees what he sees, and he acts from there. So he's all about the reason and the logic of something. And maybe this is where it falters with the Tower card, because this person here is unwilling to share the connection you feel that you share. You've built this up with the world, but it could come crashing down, because this person here won't allow this connection fully to go through. What is the immediate future? Well, there we go. We've got the Moon. We've got the Ten of Cups. Well, it's not too bad, because in the immediate future, you know, there is an intensity here within the relationship. The Moon doesn't always have to mean anxiety. It can do within a relationship. But also it can mean that we have a very strong feeling towards each other. We feel very intense. There is a deep, deep love here that still makes me feel quite happy within the relationship. And we're able to kind of maybe open up emotionally around this. But we still can't get away from this hidden factors, that somebody's really not the person that you might think that they are. Okay, and that, you know, this, you know, it might be that you're going to need to kind of come off that idea that the relationship is all hearts and flowers and it's going to be perfect going forward, because these cards to me in the hidden factors say that this is, you know, it's not a perfect relationship, and no matter how much you might feel that you and this individual here are you know, sharing something really quite amazing and sweet and lovely, it could be that this person still has their own ideas. The Emperor is really a maverick, because he sticks with what he knows. He's an authority on what he knows, and he's a detached, cold-hearted individual a lot of the time. So it's not to say the person that you're with, if you're with someone, is completely cold, but they have a set of beliefs that they're not willing to really diversify from. And this is where the problem could happen with the Tower card, that you've built something up here within the hidden factors. It's showing the world you've built something up here. You've built it up with the Queen of Cups energy, with the Temperance energy, with the Eight of Pentacles in your everyday life. And you're willing to see things through a fresh pair of eyes in your hopes and desires that allows you to concentrate on this emotional connection with that Four of Cups. You're not looking for a new connection with the Ace of Cups. You're looking to focus on what you already have here and move forward with that in a very kind of light-hearted, loving way with the Page of Wands. You know, you're expecting that this relationship will have to go through a huge change with the Death card. And that comes through being open, being honest, through mental clarity, through an understanding of one another and where you're going within the relationship. But the problem is that what you've built up here within all of this here, Capricorn, for some of you guys, could come crashing down because this Emperor is the obstacle and this is somebody who's actually set in their ways. So therefore, in the outcome, it could be in the immediate future that I don't feel that there'll be anxiety. I feel that there might be a little bit of anxiety, but also I feel that the Moon card is a card of two people who are deeply in love. There's a deep and intense attraction, perhaps within this relationship with the Ten of Cups, one in which you try to develop the love or develop the feelings. You know, also the Page of Cups is about psychic connections, and this page is starting to understand his psychic abilities and his abilities to see through the crap. So for some of you guys, it might also be in the immediate future that there could be some nervousness or anxiety, perhaps within this relationship, the illusion of the happiness, because the Ten of Cups can often be the card of illusion as well, where we have an illusion about what a happy family is, or that we've got it all. And with the Page of Cups, it's the opening up, well, actually, I'm not sure about that, because I'm starting to see things in a little bit of a different way again. Page of Cups, the fish that he's looking at is his ability to connect psychically to situations through his emotions. So some of you guys might be starting to discover this here. And in the overall outcome, there we go, Five of Swords, King of Cups. There we go, and the Two of Pentacles. Well, yeah, I mean, I feel that through these energies, and I just wish that some of these readings would end really happily, because I've been seeing a trait happening with the readings that I've been doing for this month, and nothing's happening really, really happily. Nothing is. And I don't feel it does. Whenever I see that Five of Swords, it's a warning. It's not a great card. And, you know, we could try in an outcome and look at that as being a positive card, but I refuse to see really negative cards as being positive ones. I really do. Not unless they're in an advice section. I really do. And I'm not going to turn it to be something it's not, because it's the wrong thing to do, I feel, within a reading. The Five of Swords could show division here between you and this individual here, because I feel that you've reached a point of, you know, emotional clarity with that King of Cups. The King of Cups often arrives in a reading when it says you're going to have to keep your head in a crisis. You know, it's through your emotional intelligence, which is what the King of Cups is, that you understand that maybe you need to kind of weigh things up with that Two of Pentacles within this relationship. Because I feel that within the reading, Capricorn, it's kind of like saying that for some of you guys, you see something as being really positive within a relationship and that you're on your way to something great. But it's not so great. Let's go through the reading again and let's see if we can kind of get this down and sort the wheat from the chaff in the reading. These Death and Ace of Swords are not great cards. They both represent severance. So for some of you guys, there will be the recognition in your expectations of some form of severance here. So mentally and emotionally, the Ten of Pentacles shows up. And the Ten of Pentacles is a card about permanence. And it's a card about building strong relationships with others. Because that's simply what it is the Ten of Pentacles. Tens, remember, represent the most that you can have in any area of your life. So Ten of Pentacles would be the most money that you can have. For some of you guys, it might be that you're going through divorces and you're expecting maybe, you know, something positive to come from this. Completion. Tens also represent completion, and that's through being with the Justice card fair. and making just decisions, making the right decisions. Perhaps you're trying to make the right decision on a relationship, and that comes through some form of enlightenment that you've had on the relationship. So there is a sense of still acceptance there. For some of you, it will be, that you're feeling really good about a relationship here, that there's a relationship here, mental, emotional. There's a good relationship here, the Ten of Pentacles, one that seems to be going on a positive trail here with the Star card, because you've reached some form of balance, harmony, some form of kind of, wrongs have been righted, things have been worked out, and it's looking really good. That's because you've been in your present situation, for some of you guys, working hard to, create an even balance within the relationship. You've been working hard to keep this relationship together with the Temperance card. Perhaps a relationship that you feel both of you are on a shared emotional and intuitive and psychic connection level here. So you feel that you're both aligned perhaps with one another in terms of this relationship. You're on the same page because you're hoping that maybe with the Hanged Man, well, if I look at this thing from a different perspective, if I look at it from this person's perspective, if I don't look at it in a conventional sense, then maybe with the Four of Cups I can just ignore the potential of other things that I could look at, because I'm going to just completely put my focus on what we've kind of created together with the Three of Cups, the connection that we still share within this relationship. And I'm hoping that maybe through that we can move forward. We can start all over again. We can move forward through different adventures, going on holiday or reading the same books or, engaging in the same kind of creative path. The Page of Wands often means to walk a new path, to get excited and enthusiastic about something with great potential. However, your expectations are that maybe this relationship will end because of the Ace of Swords. For some of you, it will be that this relationship will go through a huge transformation because of the mental clarity that has come to you guys, that, everything that you've worked on here is going well, and that we've just got to look at things from another perspective in terms of how we make it work. For some of you, it will be, the Lovers says, this relationship will end because the mental clarity is here around this relationship. And that could be that, we're going to have to just put a hell of a lot of effort into this to keep it going. So therefore, in the Hidden Factors, all that you have built up here, all that you have achieved with the World card could come crashing down with the Tower. And it's because of the Emperor. Somebody's reluctance to fully ingratiate themselves within the relationship. The Emperor does what he wants. He's not particularly emotional as an individual. He's very set in his way. You can see the way that he sits on the throne. So everything that you've built up here with the world, everything that you've worked towards in the Hidden Factors could come crushing down because this person is not really willing to budge, and the Emperor doesn't budge. Even though you might be thinking this person's budged with that Queen of Cups energy, I don't feel that this person will have budged. So therefore, in the immediate future, there might be some difficulties. We've got the Moon card with this relationship because of your knowledge, the knowledge that you're starting to develop with that Page of Cups that has come with the Death card and the Ace of Swords in the expectations area over this relationship. And the fact that you probably already know this within the Hidden Factors, that the world is saying that everything that you've built up here could come crashing down because of the Emperor, and this is the person that will not budge. So therefore, there could be some anxieties within the relationship here. Anxieties, the Moon, within the relationship, the Ten of Cups, or within the, the Moon is often the card of illusion. Okay, so, there could be some uncertainty, or in the immediate future, this relationship will surface as an illusion to you. It's been an illusion in terms of this relationship, the Ten of Cups, because you're starting to kind of develop your own psychic awareness over what this actually is. And it comes from the Hidden Factors that this person will not budge, and everything that you've built up here could come crashing down. And therefore, the overall outcome is there could be division within this relationship because you are certain of what you know, what you've developed psychically, emotionally with that Page of Cups. And therefore, it has you evaluating with the Two of Pentacles. Actually, how do we move forward? Because it seems to me that one person wants one thing and one person potentially wants another. And that can't be, you know, that's not something that can be kind of aligned. I don't see alignment. I see you potentially, Capricorn, wanting one thing within the relationship and somebody wanting another. I feel that you want more within a relationship with a particular person. Okay. I'm just thinking as well. It could also be that, you know, the relationship in your present situation that you've been working on here, Queen of Cups often means where we need to go inside and make a decision based on how we feel, based on how we're seeing, based on how we're feeling about the situation. So it might be that, you know, you need to take things back a little bit for some of you guys right now in the month of November on a relationship, because your hopes will be that, you know, this relationship maybe has been hanging in the balance here, whereby, you know, somebody's heart's not in it. And with the Page of Wands, it's about kind of to communicate. So maybe some of you guys want to communicate. You're hoping that you'll be able to communicate what's going on within this relationship, because, you know, you've been working tirelessly towards bringing something into alignment within the relationship with Temperance. But the Queen of Cups says, you know what, I'm going to have to kind of take some time out here and think about what's going forward here with this relationship. It can also be that, you know, for some of you guys, there might have been an ending anyway of a relationship as well. The Ten of Pentacles can mean completion of a relationship. You've gone as far as you can go. There's enlightenment over this with the Star card, and you've reached a point of justice, a point of closure mentally. So for some of you guys, you might already have closure on a relationship. In your present situation, it might be that you've been working hard on trying to put the pieces of your life back together, and that comes through. All the hard work that you've been putting in is really kind of surfacing here with the Queen of Cups. Both cards mean to heal. They mean spiritual and emotional healing. So I feel that you've been healing. You've been working hard to heal, maybe on the closure of a relationship in the mental and emotional situation. So all the effort you've been putting in trying to get yourself back into alignment, Capricorn, is paying off, because you've got closure here on this relationship mentally and emotionally. What you're hoping for, I feel, is that maybe, you know, all this time that you've spent trying to heal over a relationship, you know, things have been put on hold in which you haven't kind of found anyone else. You've not been interested in relationships. And the hope and desire could be, well, now with the Page of Wands, I'm ready to go out there again and explore new relationships with the Page of Wands. I feel that for some of you guys, if you already have closure on a relationship, you'll be hoping to explore new ones, because you've put things on hold for a little bit while you've been healing. What you're expecting is that the lovers, that you're probably expecting, and this is why you're in your hopes that things were put on hold. You probably weren't interested in anything else in terms of other relationships, and now with the Page of Wands, you're ready to go out there and seek adventure again, but probably because you expect that this relationship here that ended, that you've had closure on potentially. For some of you guys, you've accepted with that Lovers and the Death card the ending, because there's been severance here. There's complete severance. In the hidden factors, it could be that this person's world maybe has come crashing down. So it might be the person that you separated from has been finding it very hard to deal with things, because here we see acceptance and here we see somebody that's not accepting something here. So the ending of a cycle for this person has brought their world crashing down with the Tower. But they're holding their own with the Emperor card. So it could be that somebody's finding it very difficult to accept the ending of a relationship, whereas you're finding it easier to accept it. So therefore, in the immediate future, there could possibly still be a shared connection within this relationship with the Ten of Cups, because this person might want to call you, or they might want to contact you with the Page of Wands. Sorry, with the Page of Cups. They might want to say something to you, because maybe they haven't completely gotten over the ending of the relationship. But in the overall outcome, there'd only be division here. And with that King of Cups energy, you kind of understand that, so you weigh things up. So it could also mean that this person comes back, the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups means to make a call or to say send a text or to say, how are you doing? That type of thing. So for some of you guys, it might be a case of that if you have, in the mental and emotional state, acceptance of the ending of a relationship here. Because in your everyday life, you've been working towards healing yourself with these three cards, Eight of Pentacles, Temperance, Queen of Cups. You're hoping that a time that you've put on hold in terms of accepting new proposals from others will come to an end with the Page of Wands, going out there, doing your thing, enjoying your life. Because you're expecting that this relationship here is over with the Death card because there's been severance with the Ace of Swords. It could be that this person here who's looking like the Emperor, this person's world has come crashing down, probably because they still miss you. So therefore, in the immediate future, it could be that this person feels so intense about this relationship that they're going to want to contact you, I feel, with this Page of Cups. They're going to want to get in contact with you. So I feel that this person could contact you because this person with the Moon card really hasn't let go. They're still very connected to this relationship. The Moon also means soul connections. Deep-rooted, intense connections to another individual. So this person might be still feeling with that Moon card very, very connected to the relationship with the Ten of Cups, and they'll want to contact you with the Page of Cups. So you could, for some of you guys, if you have completely kind of gotten over a relationship, you're doing your own thing, somebody could want to contact you again with that Page of Cups. But I feel in the outcome with the Five of Swords, if this person contacts you, you'll see nothing but discord and conflict if this happens. So emotionally, you'll be aware of this and you'll need to weigh up whether you want to kind of go out on a date with them, talk to them, you know, push anything else further with this within this relationship. So it really works two ways, really. For some of you, you'll be putting too much in a relationship and one person won't be putting in enough. And you'll come to realise this. For some of you, you'll have completely gotten over a relationship, but it'll be the other person, I feel, that's still holding on, and they'll want to contact you, but in your heart of hearts, and the fact that you're feeling far more emotionally stable now, you'll kind of have to evaluate whether this is somebody that you want to come back into your life, Capricorn. Okay, that's your reading, Capricorn, for the month of October 2016. I would like to say, November 2016. I would like to say thank you so much for using Carol's Universe for both your general and love readings. And I'll see you guys again in the month of December. Take care.